Good evening, sir. You're welcome to the studio.
Good evening.
How have you been, sir? How's your week been?
It's been glorious. It's been wonderful, dynamic, and explosive.
Wow, it's nice having you on the show. What do you have for us today? I can't wait.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I get so loaded and relative to my subject, and I don't want to leave my listeners mishmash. I want to make sure I handle it to the nitty-gritty, get to the depth of it, and explore all that they need to know and give unto them. And that's why I still want to begin to tidy up the subject I've been treating for the past 3 weeks now on that same dream. And that is finally today, I just want to say something very important to them, and that is how to decode dreams that are from God.
Okay.
How to decode dreams that are from God. That's what I'll be talking about very briefly. And what do I mean by that? That is how to know a dream that comes from God. Having said this initially the other time, that there are dreams that may not necessarily be from God, and there are dreams that could just be activity of the mind. You know the word activity of the soul
maybe
as you sleep.
You're planning something.
Yeah. We have a lot
dream
of
about
there are dreams that are just merely activity of the mind that you dream about, which are not necessarily message. But there are those dreams that are specifically message from above. They are divine. So there is need for you to be able to understand when you are dreaming a dream that is a message from God, and when you are having a dream that is just a mere activity of your soulish man. And that's the clarity I want to bring to the listener tonight. Now, number one thing you must understand when trying to decode a dream that is a message from God, or how to understand a dream that this is a message from God, the first word I want to use is the word register. When a dream comes from God, it registers on your soul. Once you wake up from your sleep, that dream can't go away from you. You try to walk out of your room and just walk away and get yourself doing some other thing, that dream is still lingering in your mind. That's an expression that dream is not an ordinary dream, but a divine message. A dream that comes from God registers. In other words, it sticks on your mind. You don't easily forget such kind of dream. Any dream that comes to your life and then you notice it sticks, it registers, it doesn't go away from you. These are the kind of dream that 10 years to come, you can still make reference to them. You can talk about them. I don't know how many people have had that experience before, that there are some dreams you can never forget in your life.
True.
The reason why you don't forget such dream is because they are message from above. So anytime God speaks, his word sticks. His word doesn't go off our mind. It sticks, it stays, because his voice is powerful, his voice is awesome, his voice registers on our mind. And that's why any dream that registers on your mind, please pay attention to that dream. It's not an ordinary dream. Once you sleep, you have a dream, and that dream can't go away from your eyes, it can't go from your mind. Then take that dream very, very seriously. Try to study the content of that dream, know what it means, and apply it, and do what you need to do instantly, because that's a proof that is a message from God. That's why it registers on your mind. The second way to decode dreams that are from God is that they come recurrently. There's a word I use there, recurrent.
You keep having the same
Thank you. The same dream, similar dream keep coming and coming. The Bible said God speaks once, but twice have I heard that all power belongs to him. That's to say, when God is saying one thing, you may hear again and hear it again as confirmation. So that's why even in dream, when God communicates and you did not understand, that same dream will repeat again. It will reoccur. That is a way of God telling you, I'm the one speaking to you, because he wants you to get that he's the one passing a message across to you. And that's why sometimes when people sleep, they say, I have this dream, and after I slept again, I still have that same dream. After some dream again, I have that same dream. Then please pay attention to that dream. It's not just an ordinary dream, it's a message from God. It is God speaking to you, because anything that reoccurs in your dream world will likely be a message from above. So you have to study that kind of dream and know what step to take, know the content of that dream, and quickly know the necessary thing you ought to do to apply whatever you need to apply from that dream, because that's how God speaks. God speaks and reiterates himself, just like a father will talk to his son, and he will be very sure until that son hears him. He doesn't keep quiet. So when God communicates through dream, he makes sure he keep repeating that dream to you until you grapple the message behind that dream. That's the second way you decode the dream that is from above. The third way you get a dream from above, it revives your spirit. It revives your spirit. Now listen carefully to this. Anytime God is speaking to you in your dream, that dream will be edifying. It is going to be very encouraging. God will not scare you in the dream as his child. Please understand that when you are having scary dream, too scary, then begin to understand that that message is not from God. It's from the devil. If you are a real child of God, if you are genuinely born again, transformed by the blood of the Lamb, God has no reason to scare you. Why should he scare you? It's just like a father scaring his son. He's not helping the son psychologically. You don't scare your son. You rather do things that inspires your son. You say things that revive your son. So when God is the one speaking to you as his child, he reveals things that when you wake up, oh God, I'm grateful. I had a wonderful dream. And you're just so excited because God is the one speaking to you there. When he speaks, he said, I will seek of the Lord what he will say unto me. When he speak unto me, I will hear his peace. So when God speaks, he revives you. So any dream that revives you, any dream that gives you hope, any dream that shows you the positive side of life, that dream is from God. But when a dream begins to scare you and you are worried and afraid, that understand that that dream could be from the devil and not from God. But where God scare people in dream is when the people are wicked. When God is the one speaking to the wicked in dream, then he show you scary dream. God is not going to give you a dream that will revive you as a wicked person. Now when you are not a child of God, when you are a chronic unbeliever, an enemy of God, or you are fighting the children of God somewhere, then God is going to scare you in the dream. That's what God did to Abimelech in the Bible when he took the wife of Abraham in Genesis chapter 20. God appeared to him in the dream and horrified him. God said to him, tonight you are a dead man. Yes, you are a dead man if you do not return that man's wife, because he's a prophet. So Abimelech was scared in the dream. He woke up with fear. Why? Because he did something wrong. So God scared him. God chastised him. God frightened him in the dream. So when your dream is threatening and frightening, then check yourself. If you are a child of God, then that means God is passing warning to you. And one other thing I would like to say on how you can identify a message or a dream that comes from God is that sometimes it comes in form of reproof. That is, as a children of God, anytime you are erring, anytime you err or you are erring, God can also appear to you in the dream and warn you. God can tell you are doing something wrong, stop it. And sometimes God also bring forth or speak to you in dream by reproving you, maybe when you are about to take a wrong step. Let me give an example. A young lady spoke with me some time ago, and she told me that a young man came to her from the church, and then he loves God with all of his heart, and then he was proposing to marry her, and then she was actually contemplating to accept the offer, and then she just said, let her just ask the Lord about it. And then she just went on her knee briefly and said, oh God, this young man coming about marrying me, because this has to do with my life, this is a lifetime decision I want to take. Father, should I just say yes to him or no? And suddenly she said she fell into a trance. And when she fell into a trance, you know that what God revealed to her? Now in that dream, she suddenly saw that she was in a battlefield, in a war front, and a lot of enemy are attacking her, hurting her. And suddenly she saw that young man standing by her side, and then she cried for help and called him that, come and help me, don't you see that they want to kill me here? And then the young man just laughed at her. He was just laughing and looking at her. Then she was crying in that dream, come help me, come rescue me. And then he was just laughing, he was just smiling, as if he was just mocking her in that dream. And suddenly she woke up from that sleep, and once she woke up, she was confused and was saying, what kind of dream is this? And then instantly she said, she asked the Lord, God, what is the meaning of this dream? And the Lord told her, don't try it. And the truth is that she said, this man is just so good, so nice, so young, so a kind of man like everybody would like to have. Thank you. It's like, oh, God has really answered my prayer. This is the kind of man every woman would like to marry. But if God has not spoken through that dream, she will have actually married him. And you know what happened? Few years after, she said to him that, sorry, I will not marry you. And then he felt so frustrated, he pleaded, but she said sorry, because she had from God through that revelation that she should not marry him. And then few years after, this man got married. You know what happened? The same thing she saw happened to that man's wife. That woman, from the day she married this man, it was war. It was horrible. It was trouble. And she happens to be in that same time where this lady was, and she saw the experience, and she was just grateful to God that the Lord revealed it to her in that dream. You see, in that dream, God gave a kind of reproof, a warning. Don't try it. Don't go on, because this step you're about to take can cost your life. So don't marry such a So that's the kind of dream, or that's the kind of way God speaks in dream. So when you sleep and you're about to take a step, maybe you are planning to do something and you dream in that dream and you saw something negative came up in your dream, then that is a way of God reproving and sensitizing you, saying be careful, don't do that, don't take that step lest you miss it. So this is some of the way you understand God is speaking through dream. And then the dream you easily remember, don't forget, is also from God. When God speaks, you will always remember it. It doesn't go off your mind. It's just like President Goodluck Jonathan meet with you now and just say hi to you. Do you know for the next 20 years
I will still be remembering.
you will still be remembering that hi he says? So that's it. When a prominent person speaks to you, it sticks on your brain. It just stays on you. So that's how when God speaks in dream, you just keep remembering it. It stays to your soul. Your spirit man lay hold upon it to tell you that this is not just an ordinary message. This is a message from the Almighty. This is a message from the King of Kings. So I speak to the listeners tonight, in case they've been having dream and they don't even know is this dream from God or not. Any dream that registers on your head, then understand that it's from God. Any dream that comes recurrently, pay attention to it. It's a message from God. Any dream that revives your spirit, that strengthens you and shows you something positive about your life, dream that makes you happy, dream that show you the prospective side of life, they are from God. Pay attention to such dream. And dream that also reprove you anytime you are going wrong, taking the wrong decision, about to take a wrong step, and then you have a dream that checked you, that caution you. That is a dream from God, because the devil will never show you how to do right things in the dream.
That's true.
That's it. Now let me quickly help some people who have some dream and they don't know actually whether it's good or bad. Let me give you an example of some good dreams. Nice dream, reviving dreams that shows that this is a message from God for you positively as a children. Like anytime you dream and you see yourself maybe together with a great man you know in life or you read about in life, maybe you dream and you see yourself, for example, with the president of the country or the president of the other country, and then sometimes many people dream such dream and say, I see myself with so person or so great man. Now please take notice, it's a very good dream.
Okay.
What God is showing you there is that he has planned to make you great. It may not necessarily be that person you are seeing, but God is just showing you greatness about your future, telling you I'm going to make you mighty in life, I'm going to make you great in life. So such dreams should inspire you, such dreams should strengthen your spirit. So nothing bad in such kind of dream. And also when you dream and see yourself with fruits in the dream, maybe you are holding fruit. And now please listen, that dream is very good. It's just an expression of God's multiplication of favor and blessings in your life. That's to say something good will come into your life, because fruit are part of the blessings of life, things that keep you going in life. So that's to say God is going to bless you in life and put so many good things in your life. And then when you dream and then probably somebody is putting ring in your hand, that's to say as a lady maybe you are not engaged and God is telling you there that don't worry about who you will marry, is a settled issue.
But what about if you dream and you see yourself getting married in the dream?
Yeah, if you see yourself getting married in the dream, it's also depending anyway. If you ponder too much about that, it can be an activity of soul. And if you are not thinking about that and then you are just maybe serving the Lord, doing something good that you know how to do best, and then you are seeing yourself dreaming about marriage, now it could be a way of God strengthening you and giving you hope that you are going to get married in life in case you are single. But in case you are single, and if you have been married and then you still dream and seeing yourself getting married in the dream, now that could communicate several things. For example, it could mean maybe there is something good that God is going to bring also into your life. Marriage in the dream means something good coming into your life. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Because marriage was instituted by God. So that is it. As long as you did not dream and see yourself in the river getting married, I will have disconnected that and disqualified that, because that would be spiritual marriage. Thank you. So but anything that is good, for example, getting married on the altar of God, that's a nice dream. That is God giving you a hope that I have something great for you in life. So don't give up no matter what is happening to you. At the same time, some barren women always dream possibly and see themselves carrying children in the dream, and they say I dream. So many of them will say I dream, I carry children. Yes, God can reveal that to you to also revive your spirit, to give you hope in life, that don't give up. I have something for you. I have children for you. I know a barren woman like that who was always dreaming of having children, and anytime she come, I asked the Lord, does that mean she was going to have children? And God said yes. Tell her. That's why I went to that extent of revealing it to her in her dream. And thank God, 2 years later she gave birth to a bouncing baby boy, and after another 2 years she took in again and gave birth to another bouncing baby boy. So you see, that is God. So when you are pregnant, barren woman, and you are dreaming of sin, baby, it's a nice dream. But listen, those of you fulfill that dream and see people shoot you arrow in the dream, or bullets, they shoot you a gun in the dream, that's not a good dream. You have to resist that, because that's an either sickness is coming your way, a horrible sickness, especially when you are shot a bullet or an arrow in the dream. It typifies sickness. It may not necessarily be death, but sickness. That's to say you are going to suffer some complication in your health. So immediately you have such dream, pray against sickness. Where you are being shot in a dream, you have to pray against sickness. And I know with that, God will give you victory.